Okay, I need to prepare some documentation here, but I'm going to try to follow because I made an explanation here that at some point, this is actually the explanation I want to put in the guide of how to create a theme in Frontity.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so how to create a theme in Frontity. So let's imagine I want to create a theme. I want to publish that theme. I want to share the code so people can contribute to my theme. So to do that, the first thing is I'm going to create a Frontity project, Frontity, create my custom theme. So the thing about themes in Frontity is that they are actually packages. And those packages are used locally from a Frontity project. What does that mean? That when we link that theme or that package locally, that link is done using this form. Okay, I'm going to choose this one. So when I do, when I create a package with Frontity using npx Frontity create package, which we are going to do when we finish this process, we get this type of link. That means that, no. Let's go to my custom theme. Okay, this is a project. We have with an local package. So this package here is actually this package here. Why this is important? Because we are linking our dependency here using a local package, but this can be replaced easily with a publish package. For example, like this, when we do this, npm, when we do npm install, what it's going to do is going to go to the npm servers. It's going to look for a package in this name, the name that is here, and it's going to install it. But here we are using a local package. That means that we can work with this code, and this project is going to use the updated code here. So
if you do it the other way, the package gets stored in the node modules folder, yes?
Exactly. And if we go to node modules,
and you can't edit that, otherwise it gets overwritten.
We should see here a local link here. So if we do Frontity merge theme, if we go to node module Frontity, yes, merge theme, as you can see, there is this. This is called a symlink. So from the eyes of this Frontity project, everything is a module. It doesn't matter if the module is copied here from installation or if it's redirected. But internally, we are using updated code here. So that's why we can work right now with this theme, and those changes are being updated. So we have this link here. If we want to create a custom theme, we can do npx Frontity Frontity create package my custom theme. So creating my theme is like any other package. Why this is important? Because Frontity uses another concept that is that are namespaces. namespaces are explained here, and they are like aliases for different things. So if we look here, namespace, if we look here, namespace, we can see that in the index, we can define routes, state, and actions that are like different pieces we have in our Frontity projects. But for each one of them, we can define an alias. And those routes, state, or actions will be under the umbrella of this namespace. In the case of a state, we can define some states specific to the theme and some actions specific to the theme. This is important because when we use different packages, for example, a package for analytics or a package for comments, we can use this namespace to centralize those definitions under the same concept. So in the case of a theme, we should use the theme namespace. That is what we are going to choose here by default. And when we do this, npm install packages under the packages. Okay. Okay, this is because I may have another my custom theme locally installed an npm. It's so my custom theme hecho. I think this will work. Theme. I think this is because internally, when we do this type of installation, npm is aware in the scope of your local machine that there is a my custom theme package that is defined locally. So
even though it's a new project you set up.
Yeah, but that's because it's in my machine. That's because this internally, I think it uses a npm link feature that npm has and some other things. Okay, so we have my custom theme 2 right now is defined here. This new package has been added to my dependencies in the packagation of my project. And also we have a new package here. So the theme is created. What I need to do now is telling my Frontity project that I'm going to use this theme. To do that, I go here and instead of telling that I'm going to use this theme, I'm going to tell him that I'm going to use this theme. And I don't want to define anything else. So I'm going to remove this. I'm going to remove this. And
so you now no longer need Mars theme, so you could delete that folder, yes?
Exactly. I can delete this folder. I can also delete this folder. That is a dependency here. And I can now launch npx frontity dev.
But nothing will get rendered because you don't have
yes,
anything in your theme.
Well, we have here a piece of code that is very simple. It's installed by default. I'm not sure if this is installed when you choose the namespace theme or if this is installed for every package. I think that's it makes sense that this is only installed when you choose the theme namespace. This is something we should ask. But anyway, with here we have I don't know. We have the server locally with this message. We can we can do some things here. For example, let's do some simple things like taking this into an external component, root.js. We are going to put this here, import React from React. We are going to export default this, export default this, and we are going to import this root. Import root from root. So we should see the same thing. Okay, 1 minute left. We can see this. What I can do here is import, connect from Frontity. In this Frontity, what we can do here is apply this thing. So we can have here the state, and what we can do here is state router link is where the you can edit and we can say here you are in, and we can put here state router link. So this is compiled. Frontity. Yeah, it's Frontity. Okay, I need to save this. And the root. Okay, I'm going to use a few more minutes. You are here, and if we go to different URLs, we can see how the router link show us the current link. Okay, so this is like a small change. What happens if, okay, I'm happy with my theme that is here and I want to publish? Well, first of all, I want to put this in a repo. So I'm going to init this. I'm going to go to my GitHub, to github.com. I'm going to create a new repository. And I'm going to say, here on my guitar, I'm going to say my custom theme. My custom theme, Frontity. So I create my remote repository. I'm going to add the origin here. I'm going to create a git ignore. So to do that, I can do node modules git ignore, and also the build folder. I want to include this in the git ignore. So when I do git status, those folders are not taken into account. I can add this. I can add all the pending files to the staging area in Git. I can commit these changes. First commit. And I can push to my origin master that I have already defined here, that my origin is going to be this remote repository here that I just created here. Okay, here I have my custom theme, And now every person can clone this and directly doing this. Let's do this. Let's remove my custom theme. And what I'm going to do is clone this. Git clone, git clone, git clone this. And then I'm going to my custom theme. I install the dependencies. Okay, so the interesting part here is that when I did npm install, when I've done npm install from the root, I have all the dependencies defined here, but also I have installed all the dependencies that are here. So I can actually do now npx frontity dev. Why? Because as this is installed as a local dependency, npm, what it actually does is it goes package by package and it installs the dependencies of each package. So this local package for this local package is going to do the same. It's going to install these dependencies. This is important in case we are using custom dependencies here. We only need to do npm install in the root and we can launch our project directly here. So once this works, the only thing pending is how can we publish our theme? Because now we are using it locally, but what I want to do is publish this theme so people then can install my Frontity theme as a dependency. Right now, we
publish it to the npm repository.
To the npm repository, exactly. So to do that, we can stop here. I'm going to create a package because I think this is going to reinstall the dependencies. This is a thing, the package log.json provokes a lot of problems. But I think that it's good that we review together this process because there are a lot of problems here that we may face individually.
Yeah.
Or we may answer to some user. Okay, the most simple Frontity theme is here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to copy these two files here. And I'm going to paste them here. Okay. This is my index. Well, I want to actually use this. The root, the name of the package. I'm going to remove this one.
And do you have the theme in your Frontity, the new theme name in your Frontity settings.js?
And the Frontity settings.
Yeah, you have, yeah.
Yes, because I changed it before. So right now, let's do npx Frontity dev. So maybe this is something that we can take into account. So when explaining how to create a theme, be aware of choosing a
Too
name.
common a name, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Okay,
Right.
and this is because I think I have to do npm-e. Yeah, because we remove node modules and the package log JSON, and after that we only did the create package. So by doing this, we should be able to launch this locally and then publishing the package. Okay, and npx frontity dev. So yeah, what I was explaining here, why is this structure? Because it allows to launch the project using the theme locally, and it allows to publish the theme independently. That's what I'm going to prove right now. Yeah, you can go directly to the folders.
I'm actually just going to go and visit that page because I'll probably want to look at that a bit later on.
Yeah, but my intention is to create a guide in the docs.
Yeah, but I'll go and read that anyway. So community.
Yeah. I'm sharing the
so
link.
If I just, oh, you shared it with me. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. I don't need to search for it then.
Mm-hmm. Okay, it's taking a little bit. But Webpack build. In the meantime, I'm going to go to the packages folder, to this folder. So, okay, we are here.
Yeah.
So it's working.
Whoa.
Working locally, and now I'm going to npm publish. And there you go.
Yeah.
So if we go to npm, I think that we can actually do npm search. Yeah.
Yeah.
There we have our package. And now we should be able to, I think that the final step can be maybe we can do, we are here, maybe we can do npm-e.
What does the minus, what does the -s do in that command?
This is going to install it's going to install the dependency, which will download the package and will put it in the node modules. But with the -s, this is equivalent to --save. So this will add this dependency to the package JSON. But in this case, as this is, if we go to node modules, demo simple, frontity theme. Okay, it's installed locally. So in this case, what we can do maybe it's let's try to npx create Frontity, my other project, and let's create another project. no, it's Frontity create. Frontity create another project. Well, it's are both things.
Yeah.
Both things, but the
Okay.
final
I see
intention
what
is,
you intend. Having watched you do that, I see what you intend now.
okay. It's another project. This, yeah, there is a difference between understanding something and understanding deeply something. So we are able to explain that to another person.
True.
Okay, we have this demo simple theme here. So what we can do is choosing this demo here. We can remove this state here.
Oh, sorry. How did you get the demo theme there? Because you just did a new install, didn't you?
Yeah, but I here.
Oh,
After doing that, I installed the package that is already published.
Okay.
In
I missed that.
Okay, so
Probably because I was talking.
In Frontity settings, we can actually remove this folder here. And doing npx Frontity dev should work. Yes.
But now that theme is just in node modules, not in packages.
Exactly. We cannot work. We cannot customize this this package. So the challenge when creating a theme is to allowing to be customized. That's another thing. But what we're trying to prove here is the right way to develop a theme.
So now you need to move it into packages and just leave a symlink in node modules. Do you need the symlink in node modules?
Well, this when you publish a theme, this theme, when you use it here, by installing the npm module, this theme in this way is not meant to be
edited. Yeah.
To be edited. So to work on that theme, you have the original project, which you can clone, and you can actually you can clone, you can fork this, you can create a pull request to here. Then
so you wouldn't normally pull it from npm then, because that ends up in your node modules folder.
It depends. If you just want to use it, you can do that.
And not edit it. Okay, if you've got a finished theme and yeah, that's true. Yeah.
For example, in Frontity, in the blog of Frontity is actually using there is no packages folder here. Why? Because this this is using the 2020 theme, and this 2020 theme is just defined here. And as it's defined in the package.json, it's going to be installed in the node modules, but there are no custom packages.
So I was
here.
thinking, I had that mindset that you would always want to edit a theme, but no. Sometimes.
Yeah, that's, for example, if I want to create my own theme, I can create my theme, I can publish my theme, so it's available for some users, but then you have two options. If I want to customize the theme, I can create a pull request in the original one, or what I can do is create another theme based on this theme, which I then can publish using another name.